Hey guys, Gunny here. So this is it. It's first of a series of podcasts or blogs or whatever you want to call it that I'm going to be doing. Going to be supplying information, hopefully that will help you with your archery progress. And it's going to be a little different than maybe a lot of the ones that you watch on YouTube or whatever. Whereas it's going to be more of an aspect of this is not the way you do it. If you don't do it this way, then you're not doing it right. It's going to be more of an aspect of this is what I do, this is why I did it, and this is why it's helped me. So a lot of the stuff that I've covered are going to be things that have really helped me in my 4 years of shooting indoor. And it's really helped on the outdoor too. We're going to cover a lot of different subjects, but one thing, this is going to be kind of geared toward the senior shooters, young shooters too, and adult shooters may get something from it. I've had shooters that have got stuff from it that aren't necessarily seniors. I know some of the seminars I gave, they've really been able to take some stuff from it. But these are going to be things that I've done, and we're going to talk about how I got there, why I got there, and how it's helped me. Now, some of it's been minor changes and with a little bit of help, but some of the things we're going to talk about have really been game changers for me. You know, I started the way that most people did. I watched blogs and YouTube and different things, and a lot of times the people talking would say that this is the only way to do it. If you're not doing it this way, you're doing it wrong. And I bought into that. Unfortunately, I lost a lot of time by buying into it. I realize that a lot of the stuff that people talk about is really good information, and it's more of a foundation-based thing. But we all got to kind of tweak the way that we do things, especially when we get a little older. There's a lot of times we have to tweak things that we wouldn't normally want to tweak. So we're going to cover a lot of that in the weeks or months, or I don't even know how often we're going to do this. I don't know if we do it a week or once every 2 weeks or once a month. I'm going to kind of leave that up to you guys, and at the end I'll give you my email and you can email me and give me your thoughts on it. Some of the things we're going to cover are things like sight picture, how I really struggled with it, and then how it started to come together when I realized things. We're going to talk about the shot execution. Shot process is really important. Grip was a really big thing for me. I really struggled with getting the grip the way that it should be, and then I hit on a little something and made a wholesale change from what I'd been taught and went another route, and it's like I just kind of found my grip. We'll talk about that in a segment. Weight distribution on the stabilizer bars, how much up front, how much back, so important. I've learned that sometimes it comes down to just an ounce, and I'm going to show you the process that I went to building up or going down until I got to the point that I found that weight. And I'm going to show you how I did it, because it's not so much maybe how much weight you put up or how much you take off. It's the process you get to figure out that, hey, this is the weight that I need for the bow. And we'll have a whole segment on it. We're going to talk about another thing that's really important. And in my seminars I give, I always teach the people that we have to pay the mortgage. You know, an archery is not a thing that you keep automatically. If you want to stay good at it and continue to have a lot of fun, you gotta practice, and you gotta do the things that are mundane and things you don't like to do. And that's what I call paying the mortgage. You know, things like blank belling and shooting pseudo rounds. We're going to have a whole segment on that, on how important. And then one segment we're going to have that I think is probably one of the most important is the mental aspect of this game, especially when you talk indoor. Let's face it, indoor's a little boring. But once I reached the point that I was able to learn how to focus and treat each shot individually, things really changed for me. So that's some of the stuff that we're going to do in the upcoming weeks or months. So if you got any suggestions, drop me an email. Email is gunnyofd@gmail.com, or message me on my Facebook site. Facebook site is Jim McKee dash Gunny Archery. And so we're going to do this. My goal is to not try to get as many hits or likes. I don't even know if that's what you do with this type of deal I'm doing here, but it's to get the information out. And you know, I live for getting the little messages from somebody that, you know, maybe, hey Gunny, I tried this and it really worked. I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm not going to give you part of the reason I do something, because I don't want to keep, you know, I want to keep the really good part secret. We're not going to do that. I'm going to tell you everything that I've done and how it's really helped me. And hopefully if it helps you, then this is going to be a success. All right, so with that said, I'm really looking forward to it. Kind of bear with me because I've never done this before. It might be a little goofy or you know, whatever the case may be, but hopefully as we go along it'll get a little better. But most important, the information I get to you, hopefully you're going to understand it, and it's going to give you an opportunity to try it maybe the way that I did it. May not work for you, and then again it just might work for you. But we're going to cover all of them. So if you have any questions, anything you want to talk about, drop me an email, drop me a message. If you email or message me, I promise you that I will answer everybody that does. So look forward on my archery page of YouTube in a week or 2 weeks. Still haven't decided yet. We'll start with our first one. I think we'll probably start with the grip on our first segment, and then each segment will do something different, and then we'll kind of tie everything together, and hopefully this can make a difference for you guys. It's a perfect time for me to do it with this COVID stuff. So hopefully I do it right. Everybody learns from it. We have a good time. Gunny out.